Hello, Pisces. So, Pisces, this is feeling familiar to me, but I'm going to give it to you anyway because it's a very, very clear image. This is for the week of July 28th. The image that I saw was you opening up scrolls, sacred scrolls, ancient scrolls, and poring over the content. And it feels for me, as I look at that, there are two things. One is that you're gaining information about something. And I'm going to say you're going back over history about something to do with something. And it might just be your entire history. You might be going over history. And within the context of going over this history, whatever it is, you're also gaining wisdom on a bigger scale about the impact of your history, the relevance of it, and where the potential growth in wisdom, and it's more than wisdom. What's the word they're telling me? Wisdom, insight, spiritual awareness, and within that context, healing. So what I'm seeing here as that scroll opening up, and I feel it's very, very old because it's a scroll, not a book. The first card that comes up is forgiveness. Then you get neutrality, and then you get word fast and angels everywhere. So what I'm feeling with this is this. There is a certain quality, I feel, of going back over things and putting things in place. And what you're being asked to do in terms of forgiveness is to really look at where you have just what I call the type 1 forgiveness, which is yes, that's fine. But yet inside, you're still hurt from whatever happened and you haven't healed the process. Okay? And that what they're asking you to do within the process of looking at what needs to be forgiven in yourself or somebody else, because it can also be you. What are you defining as virtuous? And are you able to see somebody else's acts as virtuous if they're being true to themselves, even if it's not the same value system you have? Okay, so that seems to be important here. You're being asked, as you're looking at this, to do your best to stay neutral. So whether it's a situation, if it's a situation that's going on now that you're dealing with, a current situation, kind of let it slide by you. It's the Tai Chi as opposed to karate. Don't fight it, let it go by, stay as neutral as you can. And certainly even if it's things that you're looking back over, I would say do your best to stand back enough so that you don't get drawn into the story where you just perpetuate that energy. Allow yourself to be kind of midway, the Tao, be in the middle way so that you can assess the situation and deal with it from a heightened perspective rather than from whatever the painful emotion was. The way they're saying for you to be able to deal with this and stay more in that neutral position is by watching your words, watching the kind of language that you use as you talk about it to yourself. Try to stay away from words that categorize it as good or bad in any way. Try to stay away from limiting words. Words, shouldn't, doubt, ought to, impossible. Anything that limits you from moving beyond whatever that situation was or those emotions were. And anything that takes you out of neutrality. Okay? One of the things that you can do also in order to help yourself energetically with this as you move through these things is to remember that gratitude is one of the highest vibrations that you can be in. So if you find yourself getting pulled back into a story in a way that feels like it's pulling you down and out of neutrality and out of being able to process it, go into gratitude, not for that situation, but for something else to bring your energy up and allow that to kind of resource you. And also to remember, angels are everywhere. And why is that relevant now? Well, it's relevant because it can take you into a broader sense of what this world is about and take you beyond the idea that everything that happens is just table and chair reality, that there is another dimension to life that is affecting things and have perhaps been a part of some of the situations that deserve forgiveness or need forgiveness for your own well-being. Remember, for your forgiveness is about you. It's about you helping you. And also that in this case as well, from a really practical, tangible point of view, if you find yourself getting really caught up in old stuff, take a little minute to start seeing the world around you as though angels are everywhere. Because even just bringing that into your concept now starts opening you to higher frequency. And you might find that what you get are the angels that are going to help you move through this in a very direct way or sometimes in a very indirect way. I've had people show up on subways and say things to me that I did not know them, and why on earth would they be saying that to me? Why would that song play on the radio just then? Why would things just show up? Look for that, okay? I'm going to leave you with that, Pisces. I feel like this actually could be a really, really powerful period for you to be able to move out of old things, old judgments, old hurts that maybe have been holding you back in certain ways from being able to really be more in the flow of life in a way that you would like. So I'm going to leave you with that. But remember, the angels are telling you, angels are everywhere. Do your best to focus on gratitude. Okay? Take care. And watch your language.